Okay, so can you guys see this?
Yep.
So
Yep.
this is something called perspectiveapi.com, and it's been sent to me from someone on Twitter, which I'm now unbanned from, and I don't know what the deal is with it. I don't know what the scope and size of it is. We can have a look at that afterwards. But I just think it's very interesting as to what they're doing here. So this is what if technology could help improve conversations online? Discussing things you care about can be difficult. The threat of abuse and harassment online means that many people stop expressing themselves and give up on seeking different opinions.
They are weak, pathetic.
Yeah, so introducing perspective. That's an Orwellian-sounding name if ever I've heard one. Perspective. I mean, it's the perspective they're going to give you. Just dun paranoid conspiracy thought. But anyway, Perspective is an API that makes it easier to host best conversations. The API uses machine learning models to score the perceived impact a comment might have on a conversation.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
The impact a comment might have on a conversation, I think, should really be beyond the remit of bots and AI.
See, the simple problem is, okay, you've made yourself a little learning AI. Right, okay, how advanced is this thing? Does it do anything except troll the internet and look for context? Because if it doesn't, this is going to be fucking useless.
Yeah. Developers and publishers can use this score to give real-time feedback to commenters or help moderators do their job, or allow readers to more easily find relevant information. Oh, what an actual positive thing. That's useful.
Imagine, no, I want this job. I really want this job. And when you are talking with your wife, Sargon, I want to be the guy, who sits there and you're like telling your wife to do something, and I'm like, no, you can't say this. See, this might have a negative impact on the conversation.
I would kill you. That sounds unbelievably frustrating.
You need to word it somewhere else. Yeah.
So, we'll be releasing more machine learning models later in the year, but our first model identifies whether a comment could be perceived as, quote, toxic to a discussion.
Could be perceived.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
And what does
That's
toxic even, what's the definition? What falls into that? It's just it's a subjective preference.
I know. No. It's right-wing comment.
Yeah, it will be. It absolutely will
Right-wing
be.
comment.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Microsoft try this already?
Yeah, with Tay.
Yeah,
That went
how
wonderful.
well
Oh,
did that work
please,
out?
I would really love to have another Tay. I would really
That's a
love
good
to have
point.
another Tay.
What if it was easier to find new perspectives? now I'm picturing every perspective being through the lens of a Nazi supremacist. We've used perspective to organise comments in 3 topics that are often difficult to discuss online. Use the slider to explore. Right, okay, so climate change.
Climate change.
They're
Oh,
liberal,
wow.
Right, so showing 47 out of 49 comments based on toxicity. So which ones aren't being... Right, okay, so the...
No, go to Brexit,
Right, okay,
because
no,
climate
it's
change
fine.
is boring.
Right, so the purple ones are the worst ones. They have their heads up their arse, which is obviously would get moderated. This is with no moderation. How can you be so stupid? Oh, fuck off. They are liberal idiots who are uneducated. Okay, these are not that bad. These aren't making the discussion toxic in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
No. Toxic means hurting someone's feelings.
And
Yeah,
this,
I know.
this,
Call a
is,
person
this is all
uneducated.
done by an AI.
Yeah. They're stupid. It's getting warmer. We should enjoy it while it lasts. Climate change is happening, and it's not changing in our favour. If you think differently, you're an idiot. I think those people are stupid and short-sighted. So,
Tone police.
they're the worst one. Yeah, it is just a tone policing bot, basically.
Yeah, things that hurt someone's feelings. That's what
At the
toxic
very far end. So I haven't seen unbiased data. It's a natural phenomenon. Climate change is naturally just the totally sanitized statements.
It
Literally
basically
like
just
politicians
trolls
speak.
for-
It's
Yeah,
like
it
corporate
literally
speak.
just trolls for curse words at this point.
Yeah.
Corporate talk. No, it's not politician speak. It's corporate
Yeah,
talk.
that's what I meant.
It's
Corporate
advertising.
language. Yeah. And then I'm sure the same's on Brexit. Whether I agree
Okay.
or do not agree, democracy has spoken. So as a country, we have to do whatever's best. And then anti-democratic assholes.
Well, to be fair, the purple ones aren't really arguments. They're just insults.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not going to sanitize them, but
but you are vaguely anti-free speech, is what you're saying.
I would prefer...
No, I know what you mean. There's no great loss if these things are taken.
Yeah, that's why
but
I'm saying.
it's the
I
principle of
wouldn't
it,
ban them.
and
But imagine if you have like a corporate website or something like this. Wouldn't this bot be useful for you?
yeah. But I wouldn't want that on something like Twitter or Facebook
No,
or.
no. But if you'd have like a business, Sargon Incorporated or some shit like that, and you have a forum open to the public.
It's something that you could put on I don't know, a homepage of a business. Something like someone who sells, I don't know, parts of a car, where there's a section where customers can ask questions and stuff like that. You can put something in there to prevent trolling. But on a social media platform, of which the very purpose is for people globally to interact on a normal conversation basis, that thing is basically just limiting conversation, nothing else.
I mean, if you ban the purple, it's not really limiting the conversation because the people with the purple don't really have arguments.
It is limiting because nasty, fucking horrible. No matter how horrible an insult may be, insults are parts of conversations.
I agree, but if they should be backed up with some arguments. It's not like
Yeah, but
just
if they're
calling
not
people
backed,
morons.
if you throw an insult around and it's not backed up with a argument, it's still part of the conversation. It just means that your opponent can see that you don't really have an argument.
Yeah, but it's more
an
that I
admission
don't want them. I don't want to give them the power to define what is and isn't acceptable for me to say. I'll be the one who decides that. I mean, sometimes I might think it's acceptable to call someone an arsehole, but other times I'll obviously be polite and give them like a calm. I'll give them my time, basically.
But far more important, it's not just that they are telling you what you can and cannot say. No, they're telling you what you can hear, what you can read. That's the most troubling part.
Well,
They're determining what you can
Here's
hear.
the question, right? If I wouldn't do this, but it's hypothetical just to play devil's advocate. If I would have a channel and I would say, civil conversation only, please, and I would enable this to ban out the purple ones, would you find this ethical or not?
The real question is, how does the model work? Because currently, down in the corner there, it said data was collected using online surveys and or scored with the toxicity model.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a look at this.
What is the toxicity model?
What's toxic? The model was trained by asking people to rate internet comments on a scale from very toxic to very healthy contribution. Toxic is defined as a rude, disrespectful, or unreasonable comment that is likely to make you leave a discussion. So, I mean, that's not the worst definition that I could hear, actually.
I mean,
The
if
problem
someone
is that this is open to mob rule. Based on this sounds like this is entirely open to public access. Basically, the exact same thing that happened to Tay could easily happen here, which means that if you implemented this, in this example, on your YouTube channel, only civil discourse, okay, it might work for a week, but after that, the bot thinks, hey, you didn't mention gas the kikes. This isn't civil.
It could well go the direction of Tay.
Okay, but for the sake of argument, if it goes properly.
Well, I think that it's going to be worse than not having it.
Yeah.
There's the thing is, AI is just not ready for this. Like, this isn't even an AI. This is literally
this is
just
a
a
filter.
word filter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all. So, right, this will give us a rating. So Charles Manson did nothing wrong, had a toxicity of 8%.
But Hitler did nothing wrong. Probably has a higher one.
Let's have a look. 45%.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Stalin.
Yeah,
Try
exactly.
Stalin,
13. Bullshit.
Fucking nonsense.
Try Attila.
0.
14%.
I think it's the
Tony
did
Blair's
nothing wrong
Stalin.
part. Try not using did not. Try only using did nothing wrong. Like no.
Well, what would that should
No
be
subject,
0?
yeah.
Surely, yeah.
I think it's 14.
9%?
Oh, no,
Okay,
9%.
let's fuck with it. Let's just fuck with it.
9%
Type
of
in-
people called this toxic.
Yeah, because it recognizes the phrase "did nothing wrong."
Let's fuck with it a little bit.
Okay.
Type in rape is cool when done by Abdul.
Let's
I
see
love
if we
that it's
can
only
get.
half.
Let's see if we can get 100%. Just type cunt.
We must secure a future for white children.
Oh yeah, yeah. Only 77% said that cunt was. What are? Can someone give me the exact words? So I don't know.
Nigger.
We must. The 14 words.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to say.
Yeah.
We must secure the existence of the white race. No, we must we must secure the existence of our people and the future for white children. And the future for white children.
I think you just triggered the 1488ers crowd.
So only 40% of people thought that was toxic. That proves that 60% of people are Nazis.
Try using the word nigger.
Okay. Only 82%.
How about nignog?
How can I get to 100?
See? Nignog is fine.
How offensive is this? For half the people in the alt-right.
I wouldn't even rape you.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck!
Oh,
Well-
I think they follow you on Twitter. That's probably it.
Try Sargon of Akkad.
Oh yeah, good idea.
100%.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of toxicity in the name. What about Anita Sarkeesian?
I'm sure the names are probably less. Oh, fuck off.
9%.
Fucking little.
Well,
idiot.
it probably anticipates that you're going to say something bad.
Probably.
So it gets ready just in case.
What else can we ask it?
The Holocaust never happened. Come on, baby. 100%. What?
Apparently they're just skeptical, mate.
Okay.
They just haven't seen the evidence yet.
Try this. Because the beauty of the white Aryan woman must not perish from the earth.
That's probably less offensive, to be honest, because there's no offensive words
Yeah.
in it. Oh my. Okay, try. I'm
Try
better
just
than
Aryan.
Hang on,
you. I'm
hang on.
better than you. That's probably.
Oh, wow. That's more toxic than I was expecting.
And if you try black genocide, what's going to happen?
So they're about as toxic as each other. That's interesting.
Nah, I think the genocide is the problem.
Well, yeah, probably.
It hurts people's feelings.
Probably.
Try Aryan.
Hitler?
Oh.
You know,
I think one word is probably not enough.
No, I
the
think
Nazis,
Hitler, I
the
think Hitler
Nazis
does
on
it.
purpose rephrased words so they sound nicer. So if you say final
Yeah.
solution instead of genocide, that might do the trick.
Oh, the SJWs do the same.
So, yeah, at least, being called a Nazi isn't the most popular thing. Fuck, I can't think of anything else. We need...
You're an SJW.
Okay.
It's just like a game.
It is. It's quite amusing, isn't it? Right, okay, so...
Hold on, because I'll tell you something.
Right, this is the interesting bit, really, though. Partner experiments. Wikipedia, New York Times, The Economist, and The Guardian.
That reminds me of The Guardian. Do you remember the campaign they launched last year? The Web We Want.
No,
The,
I don't, actually.
They did a massive campaign on The Guardian where they wanted to get people to take hate comments serious. And that was when my channel still had around 2,000 subscribers. And we looked into that, me and a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this statistic on where most abusive comments were supposedly posted. And they concluded that most abusive comments were posted at female writers, which included Jessica Valenti for some weird reason. And we looked into the statistics more, and we found out something else, that the statistics they published, they didn't show which writer got more abuse. They actually showed which writer was more likely to delete comments under their articles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just didn't realize it when they published it.
Right, okay, so this is the link to the Wikipedia thing, that Research Detox. I don't know what any of this is, and I can't really bother to read through it. But, I mean, they have provided links. So I'll leave a link to this in the description. So if people want to have a look at it, they can do. I don't know how widely used it's going to be or anything like that, but it does look like the media sites aren't going to start. I mean, these are large outlets, and if they start moderating their comment sections, it could be something that other people pick up, and so we could see.
It's actually something I wouldn't give a fuck about, to be honest. If the New York Times, the Guardian, the Economist
Well,
starts,
it'll be good for us if this happens.
Try this. Just try this out of curiosity. May your mother stop receiving her child support checks from your pedophile father.
I'm sure that putting paedophile in it is going to reduce it. But no, seriously though, I think the important thing is that this probably will end up helping us, because people get frustrated, even more so than they already are, because they can't speak back to the media if they start filtering out certain types of political views. And so people just won't go to them. And so they'll come elsewhere, and we're the alternative media. So, I mean, these people don't seem to understand that they're probably going to screw themselves. But that's assuming they don't use it fairly. Because, I mean, to be fair, you could use this, in a reasonable manner and say, look, it's rubbish. That just about shows. Idiots just about shows. But actual arguments, yeah, they show. Okay, fine. I can see that there is an argument for it, but I think it's just open to abuse. And
I disagree with it completely. I don't think it should exist, because it's still a bot.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't use it myself, and I'm in disagreement to it. But I can see why they would make the argument for it. But I think it's just going to be abused, because
I think the simple counter argument it's just too stupid. It's not up to the task. Like, this would do more harm than good in the vast majority of cases.
Yeah, but I honestly think that it'll get hijacked by ideologues, and they'll just be like, no right-wing evil comments. I mean, Jessica Valenti will just have a field day with it,
Yeah, but at that point, just fucking add in a word filter. It's basically the same thing.
Well,
Yeah, most websites do have word filters. That's true. Is there any social media platform that doesn't ban people, like that it doesn't use some form of censorship?
I can't imagine there is. I imagine most of them do have, because you've got laws based on various things like illegal material and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
obviously, like child porn would be banned and whatnot. But I'm talking like, even like, okay, so Twitter has throttling. Facebook has fake news thing, which is right. YouTube has YouTube Heroes, and they also do. They also put comments up for review that shouldn't be put up for review, and Reddit has shadow banning. Like, is there something that just allows you to say whatever you want?
Minds.
How big is
I
mine?
hate you.
Well,
How
I've
big is
got some. Let me just check. I put the video up today, and I've got 25,000 subscribers on, nearly 26. I've had 600,000 views. So I mean, it's not the biggest, but it is definitely growing.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. But anyway,
Just
I'm
hope
going to end the video now, since we're off the subject.